So good evening, everyone. So this is Bahi and your moderator for this evening. So let's see how energetic you guys are. So come on, let's make a shout out. Hey Isaac, hey Isaac, just come on. Let's see how you guys are energetic. Let's see the WhatsApp chat. Yeah, come on. Hey Isaac, how are you doing? Cool, cool, cool. I can see
What's
lots of WhatsApp.
up?
So cute. Okay, nice. So welcome back, guys. So to the 100 Storytellers time. So today we have a wonderful and interesting session planned for you guys. And before diving into the session, we have to thank our partners who are making a great support for us for the project 100 Storytellers. So I have to introduce Sim Sri Lanka, our partner, and Articulate Asia as well as Curve Up. So to begin, I will ask Kavinga, please, will be playing the same video for you guys. All right. So thank you very much, Kavinga. So now it's time to dive into the session right today. So here we introduce an interesting person for you guys for our session with great presentations and preparations. So I warmly welcome Mr. Pasindu Ratnasekara, CEO of Eclipse Motion, Managing Director of SipWinOnline.lk, and Vice President for Marketing for the term 1920 at ISEC in USD. So yeah, it's over to you.
Hey Isaac,
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's
so it's
up?
been like 2 years after Isaac career, so now I'm retired. And thank you guys for having me. And if there are any technical issue, just put in the chat. So I'll check the chat in each minute. So yes, I can see you. What's up? Okay, guys. So how you guys doing? Like in the home, you are quarantined and you are locked up. So you are bored, right? So
Yes.
tell me, like these people are 100 people are going to be marketers, right? So you guys are going to be the marketing guys in the top end, is it? Yeah, you are hoping so. Good, nice. Okay, guys. So if you are going to be a top marketer, so you should have the knowledge of everything, like in terms of creation, in terms of like live streaming, and also the cameras and all. And I think we can do a great job here. Today I'm going to cover those live streaming stuffs and the camera setup, studio setup, and all of that. So if there is any question, just put in the chat. I'll check this in every minute. So if you are not clear, and if my voice is not audible, and if I'm not clear enough, just put a message. So I'll check it and I'll brief it out. Okay, great. Everything cool?
Yep, school.
Cool like pool, right? So there are ISA terms. So if I say everything cool, you have to tell me cool like a pool. Okay, nice. Let's start. First of all, I'll tell you some what we are doing today. So what we do is, first we will tell you about the where's this whiteboard? Yeah, first we will tell you about the live streaming. And in live streaming, there are 3 parts we are covering. Can you guys see the screen? Going, can you? Okay, nice. Can you guys
Yes,
see the
sir.
screen? Yeah, sure. So the first part, we will be covering about the setup. We will tell you about the setup, how to set up the live stream. So you guys are doing it me. So you are in home. I told Tivanka to share the link. So you have the download link and you should have the OBS studio. And we are doing it like interactive. This is not a lecture. I'm not a lecturer. We are doing a discussion. So every one of you need to participate and engage and interact with me while we doing this. And the second one we will do about the encore. And the third one we will do is streaming. And the setup one, what we cover in here, we will cover about the cameras and lights and in the camera part, we will tell you how to connect to a mobile phone as a camera. And also we will tell you about the audio part likewise. And this is the setup what we going to live stream. So this is the heart of the stream. So first of all, to do a stream, you need a setup, right? And yes, so that part we will cover here. And in the encoding part, we will do the OBS Studio and Blackmagic. I know you guys don't know these names, but don't worry, I'll tell everything. And the streaming part, we will cover like FB streaming and Mobcrush and all. Okay, guys. So for going, can you make me bigger one? Okay. So first of all, I'll tell you a bit more things about what we are doing here, like about me. What you guys know about me? Any idea? Like who the hell is going to do a lecture? Before do a lecture, he should have any proper knowledge or proper like skills or any experience. This bugger is coming here and showing up and telling these things. So do you know what kind of things I have done? Like any idea? Put in the chat. Like, did you guys watch the Nadagama in the last week? I think it's telecast in last week. Have any of you watched the Nadagam? Yeah. So guys, we are the one who did the Nadagama live stream. So we did it in not Nadagam Karyo, Nadagama. It's Nadagam, right? Sorry, it's Nadagama. And I think you should know about this channel. Definitely you should know. So this live stream, the Nadagam live Heal the Pearl, this live stream is done by us in this studio. We did this, and there were 50,000 views, and we did using Zoom and OBS. Yes, and also I'll tell you a bit more about my company Eclipse Motion. So what we do is we create videos, like we create contents, we create promotional videos, and we do all stuff for event covers. And these are some stuff we have done. We did event covers, we did animations, and we did documentary videos, and also we did with wedding covers, music video, TV commercials. So guys, don't worry, I got kind of experience. So I'm not a pro in this field, but I'll tell you the maximum things I have learned throughout these years. I have been in this industry since 2016, and we produced some movies called Maharaja Gamanu, Alikatava, and which was the highest budget movie in Sri Lanka. So we have those kind of experience, and we did a couple of live streams in like election campaigns and all. So I think grab the best out of here, and yeah, let's move. So guys, first of all, you have to participate with me to do a live stream. First, what you need to do. So you have no idea about the live streaming, right? So what you firstly do before starting the live stream, guys, you need to put in the chat, or you have to speak up. So we have Arshak, Sachinta, Shamindi. Sachinta, can you tell me? So what the first thing you need to do before doing a live stream? Come on, guys. You are
the studio.
Yes, yes. Any other comments? Okay, so first you need to do the setup. In the setup, in the sense, you don't need a camera and all. The computer is just enough for the setup. So what you need to do is just grab some videos you need to live stream. Get some nice videos like your memories and all. And yeah, we call it PC setup. So there are 4 kind of setups you can have. Like you can put a camera setup. We will tell it in a like 5 minutes later how to do a camera setup. And PC setup is like you can do it by your own. So this is the heart of the streaming. So you have to focus on the very creatively you have to do this, because this is the main one. This is the thing that people will see. So this setup is the viewers will see. So you guys are seeing me, right? So if I'm like a bullshit, you don't see this at a quality production. You guys think this is a joke, right? So this should be in a proper way. So there are some lights, there are good camera here, and I think my costume is not good here, but anyway, all these setup thing you have to look careful. So if you go for a like music events, big kind of music event, you can see that there are a lot of things in the camera setup. So that's a huge setup. There are more than 10 cameras and there are more than 10 operators and there are a lot of devices to connect it. That is very hard to catch. So I'm not going to tell you about those hard things. We will do a small thing, right? So I'll start this camera thing. So I'll go to the studio now and I'll tell you how to do this live streaming in a real way. In the setup thing, I'll tell you how to do it in real way. So give me a minute. I'll go to there and I'll show you how to do the live setup. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay guys, so we are in our studio. So this is the Eclipse Motion studio, and you can see there's a green screen and there are some kind of lights and this camera and all. So this is the separate area. Other than that, the smartboard area. So this is kind of soundproof one, and yes, so you can see that in front of me there are one camera, there are 2 lights, and there's a green screen and there's a whiteboard. So if I come here, you can see that like I'm not in a very like the whiteboard area is not visible. Can you see this area? I think you can't see. And when I come to this area, you can see. I think you can see me in a clear way, right? If the audio is on, yeah. So you guys can ask any question, just put in the chat. And this is a kind of discussion of the lecture. So just put any idea or any question you want in the chat, so I'll answer. And yes, so as I said before, we are basically talking 3 areas. So first one is the setup one, and the second one is encoding one, then the third one is streaming. Don't kind of be zooming. Okay, so I'll start with the setup one. And yes, first of all, the setup is the most important thing in this live stream, because the setup is the heart of the stream. Because people will see the setup, the output they are getting is the people are seeing. So the setup should be in a very perfect way. So the lighting and all the cameras and all this quality stuff should be in a proper way. So we have to make a proper and a very good and very quality production in terms of setup. So here, I'll tell you some small things. So capture this as much as you can. We have limited time, and I'm taking all the things. So just capture all things you have. You can take. First of all, this is me. Okay, so this is me, and I'll leave these out in a separate area. So otherwise, this will be confusing. So first one, I'll tell you about lighting. And the secondly, I tell you about the cameras and setup. Okay. And third one, I'll tell you about cable management. So first, let's start with the first one, the lighting. And that was kind of little bit zoom out this so they can see a proper light. Okay, guys, so I think you can see my right side. This area is very much of lighter than this area. I'm much more lighter than this area. Why? Because this is the main light. We call this a main light. So this is coming from here, and this we call main light. Give me a minute. So can you see me like can you zoom in? So if you take myself in the right hand side, it's very light, right? But in the left hand side, there's a lot more shadows. Why? Because there's light coming here and there should be a shadow in this area. So that's a little bit odd here. So we have to remove those shadows. We have to remove those shadows. So how we can do it? Put in the chat like how can we remove the shadows? Yes, probably we have to put the light in here. Otherwise we can't remove the shadows. So let's put the light here. See, the shadows are not here. Like I can see, yeah. Zoom it out, zoom it out. And yeah, the shadows are not there. And we call that light is a fill light. We call it fill light. So this is not like I'm not an expert, I'm not a pro in this lighting thing, but I'm telling the small things I know. And there's one more light, like we call it three-way lighting system. There should be one more, we call it backlight. So in this studio we don't have backlight because there is a board and a green screen. Because of that there are no any backlights, but there should be a backlight behind us. And that light effect will be like, can you remember the some music video? There are some shading and shade effect in the outline effect in our body. So that came from backlight. So that's a very beautiful effect. I can demonstrate it. So that's about basic lighting. Otherwise, in your home, you don't have any lights, so it might be difficult to have a setup like this. But don't worry, if you are going for a professional thing, so this is the basic lighting setup. But if you have a TV light or anything, that's enough because those days cameras are very advanced, so small light will be enough for the cameras. Okay, so that's all lighting, and if you are using a whiteboard, you can see a reflection here. So remove those reflections, you have to put the lights to the upper side, like the ceiling. So when you put the light to the ceiling will, if you put the light in the ceiling, so this will be going like this. The effect will be like light is everywhere. So that's not focused for spot. So that light will be go for everywhere, and that will be very clear view effect. So that's kind of a good thing if you don't have much more space. If you don't have a space, just put the light in the ceiling. So that's a small tips about the lighting. And I have to tell that I'm not pro, just small things in the industry. And yes, so let's move to the camera one. Yeah, the camera one, it's a very important thing because output should be very quality. And to do that, I think most of you guys don't have DSLR camera. So you can see that this is zoom out or zoom out, zoom in. Zoom out, right? Zoom out. Yeah. So you can see this camera. We call this Sony 6500 camera. Okay. So this camera is a DSLR one, and we put HDMI cable and we connect it. So this camera is kind of a like mid-level camera. So the lighting and all the things, if there is small light, this can capture. So if you don't have DSLR camera, don't go to it. You can use a mobile phone. Okay, so you can use a mobile phone. Just go to the Google and type Droid Cam. We call it Droid Cam. Yes, Droid Cam. It's a simple software, so you have to connect the Droid Cam and your PC to the same network. So the camera, the mobile phone, and your PC should be connected in the same network. Then you can wirelessly connect the Droid cam to this. But wirelessly you can connect Droid. Mobile phone has a web camera using Droid cam. And if you have a USB cable, you have to plug it to the PC and use it as a web camera also. So you have both options. So use your camera, mobile phone or anything as the primary camera. So importantly, the camera should be a very perfect one. Otherwise, the streaming will be not in a proper quality. Otherwise, shady or something like that. And yes, there are some camera effects also. I have tell that also in like I have limited time, but I try to give you the best here. So the camera settings, as the marketers, you should know about the camera settings. Like there's something called FPS. You know about the FPS. We call it frames per second. What is it? Can you put in the chat box like what is the FPS? Like there are various FPS like 25, 10, 9, 8. So tell me guys, if we put the FPS to 10, what will happen? Any idea? Okay, let me demonstrate it. Can you come here? Okay, so I'll show you a demonstration and yes. I think you can see the camera, right? Yes, in here. Can you like shake your hand? So I think you can see like his hand is kind of shaky. Yes, his hand is kind of shaky hand. Why? Why? Because FPS is around 10. You can see that FPS is 10. If you move to 5, 4, 3, this will become more shaky. That's what one. And if you put to FPS around 50, you can see that it's very smooth, right? It's very smooth. If you put the FPS around 400 or 200, it's damn smooth. So that's the simple thing about the FPS. So there are a lot of other things as well, like ISO. So if you put the ISO lower, the light become there is much more light came into the camera. And likewise, so this will take some time to explain one by one. Anyway, this is a proper idea about the FPS and camera setup. So put the camera in front of here. So if you are using two-way camera, put one camera in front of the person and other camera inside of the person. So that's about the camera one. So can you set up this? Can you come and set up this? Okay, so we talked about the lighting and the camera, and then we are talking about the cable management. This is kind of important one, otherwise there will be a lot of fire if you don't manage your cable. So I can demonstrate that there is a HDMI cable coming from camera to PC. So you have to put some kind of stripes and you can put it in under carpet or something like that and put a nice cable management. Otherwise, the whole thing will be a mess. So be clean and be like a very organized in terms of cable management. So that's another important thing. And I think you can start live streaming using a mobile phone. So use Droid Cam and start streaming. I think now it's not, we don't have time to start live stream, but anyway, this is the setup of the studio. So this is basic studio setup. So if you go to advanced setups, so advanced studios, you can see a lot of lights there. Because if you come here, you can see that there's a bit more shadows. So if you are putting a green screen, there should not be any shadows. So that should be a very clean and clear image. To do that, you have to put a proper lighting. So otherwise, you can see those shadows here. So this is not a good lighting thing. So we have to put a lot of lights and do a bigger setup in here.
Anyway, this is simple setup. So if you guys want to know more about these studio setups, just contact me and I'll tell you more. Yes, so that's about the setup part. And also I move to other part as well because we are in the studio, so it's easy to move to other part. The second one is the encoding one. So as I said before, you have to set the setup, and it can be a camera setup or it can be any mobile setup. So you can put the videos and all and make a PC setup. So you don't need a camera, you can put your PC and add the media to that one and make the setup. And then the next step is second one, the important one is the encoder. Otherwise, without encoder, you can't put a live stream. So there should be definitely encoder. So encoder can be a software encoder or hardware encoder. So I will tell you a bit more about the hardware encoder. So capture this, and we done with the setup part. So setup is done, and we are in the second part, encoding part, and the third part is streaming part. So first part setup, encoding and streaming. So we are in the right now we are in the encoding one. So we are taking the video input from the setup. So we have input, we have good quality picture and camera. But how we do live stream this? So we have to get a proper encoding software. So for do that, there are various softwares like OBS, and there are some vMix and Streamlabs, and also there are Blackmagic. Yeah, there are a lot of setups. So we have a Blackmagic device. So we call it Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro. It's around 100,000 in the market, so you can buy it. And I'll tell you a bit more about the encoding, the hardware encoding one. So what it do is, it gets the video output from the camera and it captures the video. Imagine you have a PC. There's a HDMI cable, right? So put in the chat how you guys get the HDMI output to the PC. Is there any idea to get the HDMI output to your PC? Is there any idea? How to get it? Put in the chat. Yes, to do that, there should be capture cards. Otherwise, you can't get the HDMI output because PC has a HDMI output, not input. PC, any PC doesn't have any HDMI input. It's the HDMI output. You can take the PC output to monitor. That's it. You can't take camera video input to the PC. It's not possible. So to do that, you have to use a video capture card. And there are various capture cards. There are small budget one. It's around 4,000 rupees. So you can take a capture card and connect your camera and do job using OBS. And there's another one, kind of expensive and very more professional one. We call it Blackmagic. So Blackmagic has various kind of capture cards. And this is kind of middle one. There's a Blackmagic Atom, Blackmagic Atom Mini, Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro. So we are using the Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro. So I'll show you. So as you can see, wait a second. Yes, here you go. Can you all see this? Yes, I think you can see it. We call it Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro. So you can see that there are buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, like there are various kind of buttons. And what are these 4 buttons? In the behind, you can see that there are there are a lot of cables. So in here, there are cable 1 input, 2 input, 3 input, 4 input. And there is output also. This is output. So these 4 are the HDMI inputs. You can put any 4 cameras or any PC or any HDMI thing in here. So what this device do is, this device will capture any HDMI input out of these 4 inputs. So if you put 4 cameras, they will capture 4. If you put 2 cameras and 2 computer screens, they will capture that. So that's basically what it do. So I will show you use the screen also. Can you all see the screen and HDMI? Okay, so this is the first input. And second, third, can you switch on the laptop number? Switch on the right. Yes. So if you press the one button, you can see that in the screen there is a one. What is the one? It's the camera. So we get the camera input in this pipe cable and it plugged into the Blackmagic Atom Pro in the one input place. So it's in the one. So one will be the HDMI camera input, and the second one will be the PC. So there is a small PC. We put the HDMI cable and that black cable we can pick to here. You can see that black cable, and yes. So that's it. Yes, you can see the black cable and all. Sorry for the technical issue. I think it's capturing using this camera. So there's a video. Sorry for that. By the way, these are two camera inputs, and you can put two more camera inputs. Okay, guys. So that's it for now, and there's a HDMI output, and also the PC and this Blackmagic is connected by that yellow color cable. So this is a kind of a streaming device, and it will take much more time to explain the overload to Blackmagic Mini Pro. So it's not worth to have a time about this. Just keep in your mind, like there's a software called Blackmagic, there's a device called Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro, and we are using that device for the streaming. So just remember, there's a device and you can use a both stream. So that's it. And yes, guys. So we are done with the camera setup. We are done with the lighting. We are done with camera, and we are done with cable connection. So that this is about the setup. And the encoding one, I just tell about Blackmagic Atom Mini Pro, and there are more devices I have there. So let's go to the other way, so I can put the smart board, and you can get a proper idea about the other streaming device. This is very important. Just wait till us because OBS you have downloaded. I think I sent you the link. So OBS is the most powerful, one of the powerful device, software encoding device in the world right now. So you have to train that because you can do any live stream. You can put any live stream using that OBS. So just wait for a moment. We go to the other side and we switch on the smart board, and I'll do that one. So give me a minute. I'll go there.
Check. Testing. Check. Testing one. Okay, guys. So I think you guys are very tired now. It's been like half an hour. So let's take some rest. So first of all, what you need to do is every one of you need to open your OBS Studio software right now. Just go to the Google and type there OBS Studio. Every one of you have to do it with me right now. So I'm checking the chat. So can you all go now? Like if everyone is okay, put a thumbs up. Can you do it now? Otherwise, there's no point of telling those lectures without getting into it real way. There's no point. So yes, the Chamara Vijayaratna is already done. Nice, great. What about others? Go to Google and type OBS. And you can see that OBS broadcast software. So if you are a Windows user, click Windows. If you are Mac user, click Mac. And if you are Linux user, click Linux. That yeah. So after that, what you need to do is Govind, can you put the OBS to this side? Okay, so everyone is open, right? So guys, give me a minute. What we were doing is, where's the pen? So what we done is we did the setup part. So we are done with the setup. So we know how to do a proper setup in a proper lighting way. Now we are pro in that setup thing, and now we are doing the encoding one. So there were some few questions, right? Someone connect their phone using USB, and how can we connect a phone camera to set up with a cable? So you can use the same Droid Cam. There's an option called cable. So you can use the Droid Cam as a cable connector camera as well. And yes, so we are done with the setup. And why we are doing the encoding? Just we can directly put a live stream in OBS, right? Am I stuck? Camera is here. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so why we are doing an encoding? Any idea? Why we do an encoding? Like we can directly put the live stream into the, like we can directly put camera to live stream, right? No, we can't do it. Like if you take a Facebook have a live stream, right? But they have internal live streaming encoding software. In the Facebook app, there's encoding software. For do a live stream, there should be encoding software, because our mobile phones are created for recording. Like we can capture the video, but we can't put a live stream, because there should be their codec and all the things are different to do a live stream. So there should be definitely a encoding system. So that can be hardware encoding or that can be software encoding. Okay, what are the two things? Hardware encoding and software encoding. So while I'm telling this, you can download that software. So encoding, there are two ways. One is hardware encoding, other one is software encoding. Got it? So what we done in the studio is hardware encoding. The Blackmagic device is a hardware. So what we need to learn is software encoding. So OBS is a software encoding system. So there are few things like OBS and Streamlab and vMix, and many more. Right? These are software encoding systems. So first start with OBS. I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, just open the OBS software. So you can you see the screen? Guys, can you see the screen? Okay, great. So in the left hand side, I'll zoom it out, otherwise you can't see it. Go in. Can you like move this to left side? Like that. Like there's a something like, yeah, likewise. Yeah, this is it. So guys, I think you can see this. First of all, look at the left side down area. So there are scenes and sources. First of all, you need to add a scene. Okay. Currently, you are in my live stream, so you can add a scene. So first of all, click plus button and add a screen. Unfortunately, I can't do it because I'm having a live stream at the moment. So anyway, if you put a scene, and you can put a lot of sources here. So this is the most important one. Since I'm doing the live stream, I can't do it. When you click this plus button, you can see there are various kind of devices. So I'll go one by one. Okay. The first one is video capture device. So video capture device will be like this kind of icon. It's kind of a camera icon. And what we do is the video capture device, you can capture your mobile phone. So what OBS do is OBS will capture your mobile phone's camera. So that's it. And there are some kind of window captures. There are audio input devices and all. So what window capture is, if you are doing a PC streaming, what you have to do is organize any kind of like if you open Chrome, you can put the video capture device here. Govind, can you minimize this? Okay, guys. I'll brief it out. So you can put many more devices here. So you can put window capture cards. You can put camera capture. So if you can share your screen, just add some devices here. Click plus button, and you can add window capture, video capture. So right now, I just want every one of you to click this plus button and click window capture device. Click window capture device, plus button, and click window capture device. So after clicking this, you can give a name and press OK. After that, you can select any of your, like if you open Chrome browser, you can click the Chrome. If you open Zoom meeting, you can click Zoom. So anything, just anything, click anything and give OK. So I'm clicking whiteboard and I give OK. And this is the whiteboard capture device. So I need every one of you to put any kind of source here. So after putting this source, click this studio mode. After clicking this studio mode, remember this program area is the one you are streaming to the people. So this is the one people will see, the streaming area. And if you take the preview area, that's only for you. So only you see this preview area. And if you want to transit the preview area to this one, click this button. So that's it. So guys, this is very simple software. This is very easy one. And if you have any question, just put in the chat. I'm looking at it. And what you need to do is click the Start Virtual Camera button here. In the right hand side, there's a button called Start Virtual Camera. After that, every one of you need to go to the Zoom and can you click Zoom? Where's Zoom? Where's my meeting? So every one of you need to go to the Zoom and click your virtual camera. So I need every one of your videos to be shown. So every one of you need to start your video. While you starting the video, there's a in the drop down you can select OBS virtual camera. I'll give you a gift if anyone could make it. I'll give you through Kapruga. No worries. So if anyone, yeah, I can see Shehan has opened the camera. Yes, Shehan. And Sean opened the camera. Yes. So what you need to do is simple thing. You just go to the OBS. And yeah, go to the OBS and click this virtual camera button. Click the Start Virtual Camera button. After clicking this virtual camera button, there will be a virtual camera that connected from OBS, and go to Zoom and open up your video and click OBS virtual camera. That's it. Oh guys, no worries. I have seen few of you guys did that, but don't worry. You can try it in the home. Like we have limited time, so we can go one by one. Anyway, just go to the YouTube and click OBS virtual camera. And trust me, guys, the Nadagama thing I broadcast using this OBS. So this is very powerful software. You can do anything. Like you can do any live stream, because you can add any kind of media devices. You can put videos, you can put images, and you can do PNGs, and even you can green screen this. You can cut the background also. And I'll tell you a tricky one. If you are going for a lecture, you can do a pre-recorded video and you can put it in the Zoom. No one will be imagine that is a real video. Trust me, guys, the video you have seen in the studio is a recorded video. I didn't do it live. I just recorded it around half an hour ago, and I put it in the OBS. You can see that the pussy video thing. So this one. Yes, this one is a video, pre-recorded video. So anyway, you can see that, right? So this is a recorded video, and I have put this in OBS Studio, and I have shown it. So every one of you guys thought it was live, right? That's not live. That's fake one. That's a recorded video. By the way, that's the thing we can do in this OBS Studio. So if you are going for exam, just sit the exam and pretend that you are writing the exam, and put OBS and give you lecture the Zoom output. So everyone will be full, and you can do a great job. Anyway, yeah, let's move this. So we are done with the OBS Studio, and if you have any question, just ask in the chat. And yes, no more morning wake ups. Yeah, you can cheat. Don't tell it's done by me, okay? Anyway, so we are done with the encoding one. And there are a lot of more softwares other than OBS. There are Streamlab, and can you see me? No? No? Can you guys see me?
It's your the previous stream video.
No, that has been disrupted.
Yep.
Ah, nice. You can see me, right?
Yes, now you're back.
Okay, nice. Anyway, we are done with the encoding one. So can you all understand what is OBS? Is it clear, or is there any questions? Is everything is a question? Huh? Yes. Shan understood. What about others? Nope. China couldn't get it. Okay, no worries. Just give me a minute. Okay, guys. So we are done with the encoding one. There are a lot of software, so you can try it in the home. Like there are Streamlabs and other softwares, so you can try it. And we are going to streaming part. And we got
excuse me.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. What can be done for the delay? Is there any remedy, or can we do something for the delay happening in this?
Yeah. If you are doing a debate, yes, you can do it. Like
no, not to debate. I mean the delay.
For the delay, like the audio and video, right?
Yeah. There's a delay, no, when streaming with the real time. There's a little bit delay, I think. Can we do something for that?
Am I delaying here? Like, is there a delay in this video? In this particular video, is there any delay?
No. I saw that in that OBS software, there's a delay with you.
Yeah. There are several reasons. In this particular scenario, I'm here, but I'm not delay. I guess I'm not delay because we got a fiber connection here. So in fiber connection, there are 100 Mbps, and out of that, there is something called bitrate. There is something called bitrate. So at the moment, we are streaming using 1000 kbps. 1000 kbps. So this is the one which affect the delay and also the speed of the internet, and also your PC performance. So if your PC is a very old one, there should be a delay, definitely. We have that experience. We did some live stream using like previous PCs. Those are very delayed. So if you want to do a proper streaming, you have to upgrade your machine, your desktop PC, and then you have to upgrade your like network connection. So go for fiber line and go for a good PC, then there will be no any delays. And the bitrate you can set up using OBS. If you go to the OBS, there is something called the setting and the output. You can see that audio bitrate, right? You can reduce it to 64, like the video bitrate is 6000 kbps. So this is a much more bigger amount, like 6 MB for a second. In every second there will be 6 MB transfer. So that is a huge amount. So if you want to do a without delay, you can put it to 1000 Mbps, 1000 kbps, and click OK. Then the delay will be like very less. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, sure. So guys, but there wasn't the virtual camera option in my control. There should be one. If there is no any virtual camera, you should update it, I think. Just update and try. Okay, since we are going out of the time, I'm going for the streaming one. Okay. So we got the encoding software and we got the video. So we did the setup and we encode it and we got the stream. And what we want to do is we want to stream it. To do that, there are various kind of softwares. But what software do you know when it comes to streaming? Put in the chat like which softwares you can use for streaming. Let's go one by one. You can use Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, nice. And yeah, Instagram, IG, and yeah, the most famous one is YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So most of people are going live in those softwares. So I'll give you a practical example. Like Zoom is the software do encoding thing. So if the Zoom is in a traffic mode, like if there is a many traffic in that particular time, the stream will not be perfect, and stream can be dropped. And so the OBS is the one who do encoding part. So as I tell you before, to do a proper live stream, you have to take the idea about the streaming and encoding and proper network connection. So there should be a proper network connection and good streaming device. So use OBS. Don't worry. In the OBS, there will be no any failures if your machine is a good one. And yeah, there are vMix also. That's good for like if you are putting in the LED screen and projectors. The vMix is a really good software. So I can demonstrate it if we have time. Anyway, so we can do these streams. So what we have to do is you can go to Facebook. I'm not sure, like let's give a try to go to the Facebook. Anyway, don't look at these guys. Don't hack these accounts, please. Anyway, so let's take a useless page like this, and yeah. So go to the publishing tools. Can you see the screen? Govin, can you share the screen? Yes. So in the videos, by the way, guys, I'll tell you the YouTube thing later, Facebook thing later. Just go to the website called Mob Crush. Type in Google Mobcrush. I'll tell you some basic thing about this. Like when you do the streaming, can you put it? Like there are a lot of softwares, right? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So the question is, put a stream in one software is easy. Just go to the particular software, YouTube, Facebook, or anything, and put the stream what you need to put. Just click the OBS camera and stream will be go. Like smoothly it will be go. That's not an issue to put the streaming in one particular software. But if you are putting streaming in 2 softwares or 3 softwares, that could be a difficult one. So how can you simultaneously stream it to the Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram? How can we? Like, any idea? Putting it to one software is very easy. Just go to the Facebook and try it. You can do it. Anyway, what we need to learn is this one. We have to simultaneously put this in many channels, right? Any ideas? Just put in the chat. Do you know any softwares or any website we can simultaneously do the streaming? No one? Shehan told double O. I don't know the meaning. Anyway, okay. So there is a softwares and there are some few websites. So I'll tell you about this one. This is very easy and this is very powerful software. Software in the sense it's a website. And Govind, can you put the audio mixer there? Yeah. Anyway, this what we call this is Mobcrush. In the Mobcrush, what you can do is first you have to log in. So I'll log in using my account. In the Mobcrush, there is a place to sign up and yes. Okay, so in the Mobcrush, what you need to do is go to the Mobcrush and log in. Those things you have to do. Just click OK for everything. They don't do any crazy things. Don't worry. Wait, give me a minute. Govind, can you type some name like Govind123? Okay, guys. So you can see the screen, right? Every one of you, just join with me. In here, you can see that we can click the pages we want to put. So I'll put PR Design Studio, and this is the Facebook page, and we can connect our YouTube channel also. So we can log into our YouTube channel, and I think we don't have any. Yeah, let's put Eclipse Motion. Okay, so we have YouTube, we have Facebook, and yeah, we got both of these. And now what we do is go to the stream setting in here in the Mobcrush. The stream setting, you can see the stream key. We call this RTMP key. So we can copy it. This key we have to paste in the OBS. Govind, can you open the OBS? Okay, in the OBS, you just put the camera. Govind, put the camera. Not the window capture, put the camera. So you can see here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Just put this one. Okay, you guys can see me, and in here in the settings of the OBS, you can click the stream one. The stream one, there's something called stream key. So what you need to do is copy. You already copied the stream key. You just have to paste it here. Click here and paste it. That's it. You can apply, then click OK. Before that, you have to select the service mode as Mobcrush. There are a lot of things: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Restream, and you have to click Mobcrush and click OK. Now all set up. We have set up the Mobcrush and we have set up the OBS. Then now all the setup is done. Now what we have to do is do the live stream. So what you have to do is just click the start streaming button. That's it. So when you click this, just go to the Facebook and check PR Design Studio. You can see this live stream in there. So that's how this works. It's really simple. Like every one of you can start this in your home. Like every one of you can join OBS. Every one of you can freely download OBS, and it's very simple. Like you can do it in your own way. So that's how we do the live stream. So you can check in Facebook and YouTube. You can see our video right now. Okay, guys. So that's it about the Restream. And yes, so we are done with these three things. What are three things? We are done with the setup, we are done with encoding, and we are done with the streaming one. Okay, so at the moment I have tell you all the things about the streaming, cameras, lighting setups, and yeah, the softwares, encoding softwares, a lot of things. Like your mind will be like I don't know. Anyway, just get the things that you want here, and don't worry, you can, every one of you can apply these things in your day-to-day life. So if you are doing an event for a ISPO or Gavel or anything, just use this software, so you can do it in a really nice way. So even though it's a Zoom meeting, you can click a frame, you can put a frame, just go to the Nadagama, and you can see that there are some frames we have put using OBS. So you can put those frames and make it really nice. If you can remember I say podcast, go to the podcast and see how they creatively did it. So those are the creative thing we can be like. In this digital world, we have every event in the live way, so we can use these softwares. And yeah, so that's it with the layout and all. And there are some important points I have tell you, like frame rate we have tell, bit rate we have tell, and codec. There is something called codec. Codec. What is codec? So this codec we are putting H.264. So this is kind of MP4 format. So this is the commonly using codec. So there are a lot of codecs like MOV. So these codecs are the one you can see in the video. The end part, there is a video name and .mp4, .mov, .mkv, likewise. So these are the codecs. So in the videos, you can create in different ways. So if you are giving a video for television commercials, so we did some commercial. So the Dherana TV, Hiru TV, those people are using MOV format. And some channels are still using DVPAL. DVPAL is a kind of older one. So you guys don't believe that Dherana TV is still using DVPAL. So there are some codecs you have to learn if you are going to video production and you are giving it to TV channels. Just learn those. Yes. So any question, guys? I told you a lot of things. So I think it's time for Q&A. Like if you have any questions and any suggestions, and if you need to implement this in your day-to-day life, how to do a debate using OBS. Like we can put 4 people right hand side and use a PNG. Likewise, you can apply this to any scenario. Like if you are using a YouTube channel, you can do it in live using OBS. And if you are doing a like production house or any showcasing thing, you can do it using OBS. So this is a great software, and just try it. And better if you can try it now, and like turn on your camera and show me your OBS work, then I can I can give you marks and give you the gift. Okay, guys. So that's it for now. And any questions?
All right, guys. So we had a wonderful session today. So I think you guys got a wonderful experience as well as insight on the OBS Studio as well as live streaming. So, guys, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. So the chat is open, and you can like freely unmute yourself as well as switch on your cams as well. Yep. So it's time for the Q&A.
Have you got any points? Like, is everything is like any other language? Or you guys understood any of thing? What do you learn? Like, any you know about OBS? And actually, Malish told me like big, like there were around 100 things I have to teach in 1 hour. I told him like it's not possible to tell 100 things in 1 hour. By the way, yes, we got. This was great conversation. Thank you, guys. So, any questions? Like, I'm not a pro.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Can we use MOV files in the OBS Studio as well?
Let's try it. As I remember, we can.
Like a small animation with a transparent background, something like that?
Yeah. I did that once. Just click media source and as I remember, I think we can add. The thing is, if you are using a transparent background, you can't put the like video in here and make it transparent. You have to do it in a in a green screen. Put a green screen, and there are some effects. So if you take this media source, you can see there are effects. Here there are effects. So you can add effect, and there's something called chroma key. So put the chroma key here. Then you can put the green and adjust these things. Then after your background will be transparent. Otherwise, okay. I don't think in the black screen it works. For the images, it works. No issue. For the images, you can work it. But for the MOV transparent background, the video files, you have to do a chroma key.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so if you are using Zoom with OBS and not streaming on Facebook or YouTube, will that count into Zoom data quite only? I hope so. We are not. It depends with your network connection. Like if you have good network connection, no worries. Like anyway, Zoom is kind of a quality dropping one. In the Zoom, there are packages. You can take the normal meeting packages, and there are some webinar packages. In the webinar packages, they have much more features than this. So it depends with the Zoom package, and also it depends with the data, the network connection you got. Anyway, Zoom is kind of dropping the quality, but YouTube, Facebook, they keep the quality as we give in them. So better to. But anyway, if you record the video using Zoom, using OBS, the quality will not be dropped. I did use a green screen and use DroidCam for Zoom as I didn't have a webcam. No issues. Like DroidCam, there is some kind of lag in DroidCam. There are some few other softwares, but try it. Anyway, if you connect the DroidCam using USB cable, like you can get a proper picture. And for the green screen, the issue is the lighting should be in proper way. Like there should not be any shadows, and it should be in a very clean way. So better if you can have a good lighting with that also. When we're doing a multi-camera production, how can we connect those videos to the OBS? Yes, great question. So guys, in the OBS, for any video capture device, you have to use a capture card. Govind, can you show them the capture card we are using? Like, yes, you can I can show you. You can see the capture card, right? In here. The stream is gone. Anyway, use some capture cards, and you can use 4 capture cards. Like if you have any space for USB out inputs. So if you have 4 input devices, you can use 4 input capture cards and 4 cameras. Likewise, but I did not recommend to use OBS for multi-camera setup. Just go for a Blackmagic or Atom Mini Pro, because in the multi-camera there is a lot of effort they are taking. The PC is not enough for that, but the OBS, the Blackmagic devices are very friendly, and they are optimized for the live stream. So don't worry, if you are going for a big production, go for a Blackmagic, something like that. Okay, guys, so that's it, right?
We have a few more questions in the chat.
What does the audio mixer do? Okay, where's the audio mixer? This one. Yes, the audio mixer. You can see that mic AUX. That is the mic I'm using right now. So you can click the setting icon, and there are some filters, properties, advanced audio properties. So in the audio, you can do a lot of things in the OBS. So click the advanced audio properties, and you can see that I'm using MIC AUX button. So if I want to increase my volume is too low, I can click this plus button. What it happened is it will increase the decibel. Because Govind, can you type 10 in here? Yeah, delete it and type 10. The MIC one. Delete and type 10. 10. Yes. My voice is like a bit more louder. It's very, very loud because the decibel is higher. Click one. Click one. Okay, great. Click one. Yeah, there is a feedback, and yes. So the audio mixer, you can do a lot of things. So in the audio monitoring, if you want to hear your own voice, you can click monitor and output. If you don't want to hear your voice, you can click monitor. That's it. And in the audio, in the properties, you can select other input devices. So if you want to click a video device as an input, you can click the drop down and select it. Likewise, you can do those things, and there are some filters. So in the filters, you can put some effects. Like you can make the gain higher, and you can reduce the noise, and likewise. There's echo, right? Wait. Reduce the volume. Anyway. Okay, guys. So, Govind, can you reduce the volume? Not that one. The machine volume. No. Keep it. So, guys, any other questions? When it comes to green screen, can we key it by OBS without pre-encoding software? When it comes to green screen, can we key it by OBS without using pre-O? Yeah, you can do it. Just put the media source here and click the filter icon, and there's a effect called chroma key. Click that one, and you can change the settings, and you can put the green screen here. It's a really good way, other than like Zoom. Like if you use Zoom, you can't change any settings, but in here you can do a lot of things. I tried with Premiere Pro, but Premiere Pro having much more advanced features than this. So if you are doing a video rendering, go for Premiere. Don't use this one for rendering one. Just go for Premiere. But if you are doing a live stream, but this is a very good one. There are no big issues, but it's not advanced as much as Premiere. Okay, guys, so just ask any question if you got. This is a discussion and can.
Yes, guys. So keep asking. This is a wonderful opportunity for you guys to ask whatever the questions or doubts you have. So please go ahead with your questions. So yeah.
Can you see this Nardagama live stream? Like there's a background behind that. So this is a frame. What we do is we did a PNG image. We put a PNG image. So the PNG image is this. And yes, this is a PNG image. And for sessions, we put this square area. And this is Zoom. What we do is we go to the Zoom and we spotlight each one. So only the spotlighted people will be in the frame. The other people are in the upper area. Only the spotlighted people will be in the in here. So we can remove people, we can add people, and we can stream it in a real nice way. So this is one we did Nadagama. So we can put any, like you can see lower thirds in here. Join heel. Like we can put any text, animations and over. You guys are great. Like there are 102 people. Real nice. Have a passionate guys in here. What are the main problems you came across frequently in live streaming? How did you sort them out? The main questions were like in the first one, we did a live stream around 2019. There were around 1,000 students. So they joined Facebook, YouTube, and what happened was the live stream dropped frequently. Like after 1 minute, it dropped. Then we take it back and it dropped again. And it dropped again, likewise. So what the issue is, the PC's performance is not good. Like it's a very lower kind of PC. I said this before. So after that, we moved to a high-end machine. After that, so far there were no any drop issues. And the other one is the lack of knowledge in OBS. So there are a lot of things we can do in OBS. So if there is any trouble happen, but there are solutions for OBS. Like we can put the image and repair the trouble while playing the image. So we can do those things. So you have to practice it. After you are practicing, you will get to know what we can do for this, what we can do for these issues. So the only thing to learn this is practicing. Otherwise, you don't know the solution. So we can do a lecture for these. Like you have to practice it. In anything, like if you are using Premiere, you have to practice it. Otherwise, if you are not using, you are not updating, we can't use these. Yes, if there's a blackout, the issue is the encoding system is not getting the video. So the issue can be like, as I said before, in the Zoom, if we use Zoom, we are using Zoom encoding system. So if we use Facebook, we are using that system. So if we are using OBS, we are using that system. So in the OBS, you can click that there. So the settings. Yeah, in here there is an option called, I can't remember the exact place. There is an option called using hardware encoding. Like if we use software, there will be some issues. But if we use hardware and we have a proper PC and we have good connection, don't worry, it won't stop. Like your if you are save this in the your C folder, there should be some space. That's it. Other than that, there will be no any blackout. Don't worry. So if you have like really like you are really afraid of having live stream in OBS, just go for Blackmagic. It can be expensive. You can take Blackmagic Mini for around 30,000, but it's worth. It will never stop. It's a really good device. So if you are having some scary moment, you can go for Blackmagic. Okay, guys. So if you have any like question, just go to the Facebook and type Pasindu Ratnasekar, and I'm there. And you can just drop me a message. And I'm not a pro in this industry, but I had some like lessons in previously we did OBS, Blackmagic, and all. And I have bad memories, a lot of bad memories. We have failed around 100 times, and yes. Anyway, in regarding the OBS and vMix, you can ask from me. But other than other softwares, I'm not a pro. But in OBS and vMix, just ask from me. Like in the Gala night in Isaac, first time I used the vMix and tribute the Isaac. So if you are doing an event in Isaac, go for vMix. vMix is really good one for not for live streaming. It's good for like you are putting projector screens and all. So there will be no any taskbars and all. So you can put the exact thing you want to show in the projector. So use vMix for events and all. So it might be effective to you guys. Write it vMix, VMIX.
All right. So feel like there's no more questions. Okay. So with this, I think we'll go to the end of the session. So to move to the conclusion, like as usual, we'll go with the photograph. So please switch on your cam, guys. So we'll have the story and the memory of the day. And I should thank Pasindu Aya. So it was a great effort that you have put towards conducting this session. The OBS studio and the setups, the camera setups, the lightings, and it was actually well planned, and like it's a wonderful session I think that we have had. So I should thank you for your effort and the things that you have made things for us. So it's very glad pleasure to have you on this session as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Aya.
Thanks for having me, Macha. And it's nice to have Isaac as again, like after 2 years. It's really nice. I just did a dance in the roll call after 2 years. Thanks for having me.
Definitely we'll have a roll call after this photo again, once again.
Yeah, I can
So it's a great pleasure to have. Okay, so we'll wait for a while until others switch on the camera as well.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.